It was pristine?
Yep.
It was.
Twas.
This is solo, you said?
Ready?
Yep, solo video journalist general.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
4 times a day, a ferry churns toward Ketron Island, a remote thumb of forest tucked in a corner of Puget Sound. Population 17.
That water's
This
been
is
fast.
complete isolation and solitude.
Tiffany Lundgren has been coming here since she was a child. Her dad bought a bunch of property in the 70s, and this has always been a quiet getaway.
Sunrise, sunset, it literally is the most gorgeous, in my opinion, it's the most gorgeous piece of Ketron Island. Or was.
Today, that pristine escape is littered with shards of a commercial airplane.
It's everywhere.
Lundgren's childhood playground became the final resting place for thousands of pieces of a stolen Horizon Air Q400 plane, which slammed into the woods in August. Salvage crews cleared out the big pieces several weeks ago, but today it's not hard to find plenty of reminders of what happened here.
Oh my God. Look at that.
That was a good
Are you kidding me?
Lundgren is frustrated that the plane's owner, Alaska Airlines, is taking so long to finish cleanup, and she says they have not done a good job of explaining their next steps.
They've had my number, they've had my email. I haven't heard from them. I had to reach out to them.
King 5 reached out to Alaska as well, explaining Lundgren's concerns, and within hours the airline responded. While visiting Lundgren's property, I showed her Alaska's statement on my cell phone, outlining the company's plans to clean up and restore the property, including planting new trees.
It's very encouraging. Now I just hope they follow through with it.
To a first-time observer, this may seem like an unremarkable clearing.
Everywhere there's pieces of wire.
But to her, it's a wound on a place that's meant a lot to her family.
Oh, there's the memorial.
And is now a sacred site for another family. Someone recently left this small memorial for Richard Russell, the Horizon employee who stole the plane and took the final flight.
It just makes me sad for everybody involved.
It's quiet once more on Ketron Island, but scars remain.
It was like the magical hidden forest. So to walk onto here now, it's just sad.
I really liked that one.
Yeah,
good.
I did too.
Yep,
Say
that
yes.
was shot really well.
Yeah.
So yes for
Good
me.
moment with her pulling the big thing out. Yeah, that's
Her
a yes
reaction
for
was
me.
priceless. Like,
Yeah.
Did you see this?
That's a definite yes.
Yep.
Next one is Christmas spirit in the air.
Come on, man.
Christmas spirit in the air.
Christmas spirit in the air.
For 2 weeks now,
Just in time for Christmas.
a small AM radio station in Gainesville in rural Cook County
It's real.
has been loudly advertising a very big
Audio.
secret.
I know there's a lot of
Yeah,
people
I
that have
I
been
think they did that on
speculating.
purpose,
And
though.
Wednesday
really?
morning,
Can we just start it over?
the secret was
Yeah.
I missed the opening sequence. Ready?
for 2 weeks now.
Just in time for
A
Christmas.
small AM radio station in Gainesville in rural Cook County
It's real.
has been loudly advertising a
Out
very
loud.
big secret.
I know there's a lot of people that have been speculating.
And Wednesday morning,
I like that.
the secret was
Fill up those
finally out.
cans.
All right, so here's the deal. Everybody ready?
Station manager Steve Eberhardt had behind him in a briefcase in $100 bills
Ladies and gentlemen, this is $10,000 in cash.
all of it from an anonymous donor,
They are indeed a secret Santa.
whose only request was the money be given at Christmas to people who really need it.
We won't be finished until all the cash is gone.
The first $2,500 brought the director of the local Boys and Girls Club to tears. Cook County's emergency food pantry
You, $2,500 as well.
was given the same.
Good morning, you're on KGAF. How are you?
But for the rest, they took phone calls to hear who needed the money most.
Was worried about being able to provide Christmas for them.
Like Jessica Holder, a mom of 6 who recently had to quit her job.
Jessica, we want to give you $500 in cash.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
An hour later, she was at the radio station, her $500 in hand.
Really thankful for whoever did it, and I'm just wow. I don't have any other words to say other than that.
My name is Maria, and
Medical crises made up most of the calls.
just had surgery yesterday, so this will help us a lot.
Moments later, I met Maria, now holding her envelope, but also with a scar on her neck from yesterday's surgery and now waiting to find out if the thyroid biopsy finds cancer.
Lightens the load of what all we have to go through.
They just need some help with the medical bill.
The family of Paul Miller Jr. got help for his life-threatening medical problems too, but his dad told me it's as much the gesture as it is the money.
Every time anybody helps along the way, it always helps. It keeps your head up. Final call.
And then a man named Randy Lavata.
My mother's just getting out of the hospital today.
In tears when he explained this might be his mom's last Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Later that morning, he had $500 too.
This is really going to make my Christmas. And I thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, brother.
God bless you.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
The station says this was no stunt. It was the real thing, someone literally
Hold her
paying
tight.
it forward.
What better thing to do than be able to help somebody that otherwise would not be able to have Christmas?
One that's a little brighter thanks to a little Christmas spirit. In the air, in Gainesville, Kevin Reese, Channel 8 News.
I liked that one.
It was good. It was cool. I wanted to say maybe.
Yeah, that's a maybe for me.
It's definitely a maybe, because I was going to say, let's see
Oh, yeah,
what
let's
else
keep
there
watching.
is,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
It was
So,
okay.
yes, we can consider.
Yes
Yeah.
or no?
Yes.
Yes, but no, yeah.
I feel like there were some
There's a
MO.
couple other things,
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm. Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, I did notice it's a small building, though,
Yeah.
so I
What's
could
that?
see that.
What's that?
The building, the room was very small. And in Gainesville, in Florida, a lot of
Yeah.
TV, radio stations are that way, where it's really, really small and compact. Especially if you've been there a while.
Porter, and the
Porter and
president.
the president.
This sounds familiar.
Even in a state with 10,000 miles of track, travel by train can seem antique.
I don't know how to put it in words.
But for George Lewis,
It's like
Oh, yeah,
losing a
it's-
friend or a family member.
and a different George, it gave a platform for connection.
Did you ever think you would be transporting a president?
No, not in my wildest.
Means my life.
3 years since his retirement, Lewis dons the vest and hat of Union Pacific.
We could have the bushes on there.
He worked as an attendant, and twice he attended the former president and first lady.
What's your first reaction?
Whoa, fear.
A lot
When
of
I started
different
talking
angles
with
on
him
that,
and the first lady, Mrs. Bush, I got the sense that they were just comfortable people.
On those rides, Lewis and Bush discussed service and faith, and their love for trains.
When he was a child, his mother used to travel with him on trains. Whenever his demise came, that was part of his request.
Thursday in East Texas,
I like that.
George Bush will become the 8th president and first since Eisenhower to take his final journey by train. He'll be carried by locomotive 4141, unveiled in his honor.
His faith was very strong, and he treated everyone with respect.
To his very last days, Dad's life was instructive.
Lewis won't be on the train Thursday, but he knew where he'd be today. Watching a president get carried to a car to be flown on a plane for his final trip in a fitting vehicle.
It was a ceremony.
In Houston, I'm Matt Pearl.
I liked that story. Nothing jumped at me.
Nothing jumped, but I have, it seems like, I don't know if this is going to
Right.
be the case
Yeah,
with all
yeah,
of them.
yeah. So I think, yes, consider it. Yeah, it's a maybe.
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 And they just worked with his apartment, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what it has.
And I liked him
Yeah.
having the phone by the tracks.
Yeah.
Right,
and
right.
that,
I think what helps me too is like when you have, all right, so the first one, you have that scenery, and it's, if you're a talented photographer, you can make great things out of the scenery, right? But I think it takes a very talented photographer to take a small space and make it work.
We've seen that.
You know what I'm saying? And I think we saw that in that one too.
Yeah.
Just being able to make their angles work. So anyway,
Ready.
it's really a shame.
It's hard to take it all in.
Yeah.
But it's really a shame.
A shame for Patricia and Ned Holmes.
We've only been in here about a year.
Just one of their 64 years together. They had minutes to get out.
And that was on fire.
Fire grabbed their Alpine Oaks home and didn't let go.
I have no answer.
And no answer for why this pot survived and Patricia's welcome sign didn't.
I don't think anything's there.
A turn-of-the-century skillet made it. That's your grandmother's skillet?
My grandmother's skillet.
Appropriately enough, this angel made it too.
Oh, and it was burned badly from the last fire, and there it sits.
Yes, the last fire.
We burned out in the cedar fire.
This is the second time fire stole the couple's home.
Well,
But it never took their spirit.
we're jinxed.
Surrounded by family, the 84-year-old and her 89-year-old husband find strength and humor.
We're all looking at you. We're all looking at you, plus he's hard of hearing.
They started their paperwork alongside all their Alpine neighbors, even though that paperwork can't be mailed back. Yet.
So we do have some fire insurance.
While it may not be enough,
Oh, that's, yeah.
somehow Patricia knows they'll be fine.
Yeah,
In Alpine.
we'll move along.
Yeah.
What was that last statement?
They were inside for like 2 shots and back outside, so it was a little
Right.
like, why did we?
Why take us inside to begin with?
Yeah, yeah. How do we feel about that? I can say no to that.
I can say no. Just shot. Some of the shots were, I like the story and I like the action reaction. But yeah, I can say no.
Okay, no.
It's worth it, job done.
I was wondering. I love this. It's a lot of fun.
Today we are furnishing a home for a very lovely family.
A family in need.
It's just so fun to see it start with nothing and turn into something amazing.
These are the volunteers with Humble Design. They take donated furniture and furnishings
Thank you very much, Diamond Mattress.
and design and install it in homes of people who were once homeless.
Okay, that's gonna go straight on this wall.
Amber Courtney is the volunteer interior designer.
To be able to make somebody else, their life better, it's worth it, job done. Amber can work miracles in an afternoon.
This whirlwind is all for Emmy Medellin and her 2 children.
Right now I feel really good.
She's a domestic violence survivor. They got out, but were homeless for 7 months.
What happened?
Uh-oh.
I feel really good.
She's a domestic violence survivor. They got out, but were homeless for 7 months. Emmy was finally able to get an apartment, but they didn't have much.
Sleeping on the floor, doing homework in the dark.
If we could grab the chairs, put them in here.
This emotion is amazing for me. It's something like a miracle for me, for my kids.
Where's the mattress, Henson?
Trigger Strasberg is the co-founder of Humble Design.
The family coming home and seeing their whole life change in one afternoon is the reason I keep doing this. It's such a wonderful feeling. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's wonderful and overwhelming.
Come on in.
Now it's all theirs. A family, safe, together, at home.
With so much love, so much love.
Thank you. What do
In San Ysidro.
Yep. That one's a yes for me.
I missed the title.
It's worth it, job done.
And it was worth it, job well done.
What made it so good?
for me, there were good sequencing there. It was well shot. There was a lot of
Great
shot
shot
variety.
selection.
The time lapse in
Action,
there
reaction.
was good. Good moments caught on there. The thing for me that kind of just being super nitpicky was the zoom on her interview.
Right.
Just
And, well,
extend that time lapse.
That's
a little
what I
too.
said. I was
Yeah.
like, extend the time lapse a little
Right.
bit and then cut into that.
But like
that's
he
just
caught the moments were caught really well. The shot variety was there. The putting the GoPro on the furniture as they were moving it. It was shot well.
Everything she just said.
Ditto. Or
Was it Flip Flop Artist?
Flip flop artist.
It's just a lovely place to be.
An artist knows inspiration ebbs and flows. So when it flows, Tom Blumenthal seizes the opportunity because he knows it might not come again.
Yeah, this is my first piece, and it's also my last piece. I've been coming down here and collecting trash from the creek every few days for 20 years. Mostly beer cans, sometimes soda cans. But for some reason, I started collecting the shoes, the flip-flops mostly.
Stray flip-flops.
All of these flip-flops washed up right here.
Now strung together from trees along Boulder Creek.
Yeah, we call it the Tibetan prayer flip-flop. One of the things we wanted to do here was to deal with the tragic loss of flip-flops in Boulder Creek.
231 swept away, saved by Tom.
This is like your children, you know, you can't pick a favorite flip-flop.
Just what you'd expect a sandal savior to say.
Oh, some of them have really fallen apart. Well, here's a couple of pink ones, and this one, look at the shiny stuff on here. That's pretty impressive. Look at the thickness of that one. It's made of, I don't know what. It's a lot of it, though.
Tom would never wear any of these.
I hate having anything between my toes.
But he gets a kick out of displaying them and playing artist for a day.
Actually, my wife is an accomplished artist, and my father was also an accomplished artist, and my sister is an accomplished artist, but not me. I'm a professor at the University of Colorado. Molecular biology and genetics.
Art is in the eye of the beholder.
It really is something.
Especially in Boulder.
What exactly, I'm not sure, but it's something.
Oh, I love
For next,
that.
I'm Noel Brennan.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, that was really well written, good tight shots. I like the scene setting up top. Nature shots, gnats, and then the reveal of all the flip-flops. That was
a lot
good.
of really good tight shots.
The tight shots did,
Yeah.
And his commentary was just.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good character. Yeah, that guy's funny.
It happened here.
I feel like I've seen this.
It sounds.
Oh, yeah.
It could have happened on any given street. And it could have happened to any given person.
She had kids.
But it didn't. It happened here, and it happened to Gabriela Reyes Dominguez.
Just senseless for this woman to lose her life. Just too much. It's just crazy out here. You're never safe. You can't be safe at your own job.
The stray bullet shattered the window, and with it, her loved ones' hearts.
We light these candles in her honor, in her memory.
Those same people gathered tonight to say goodbye.
She's in a better place than all of us right now.
But they want this to be about more than just her loss.
She was a rock. She was a rock to her family. She was a role model to her family.
Burien Mayor Jimmy Mata says some good can come of this.
And let her be an example of what we need to be: humble, strong, be a rock.
Her family echoed that.
Right now, it's just time to cry. But there'll be times when people need help. And just have your hearts open and help them.
At the same time,
It's heartbreaking.
Luis Gonzalez wants more than just thoughts and prayers.
A lot of gangs over here. It's hard out here. It really is. Stupid people just don't know how to control their actions.
Tonight, it's what so many in Burien want. Peace.
She's a loving and caring person. She did not deserve this at all.
Without shining a light.
Yeah.
I like it. What do you guys think?
That's hard to do right there,
Yeah.
like just to
Go on natural light?
go on natural light and not want to be disturbing, you know what I'm saying? And, you know,
I say yes.
yeah, it's a risk.
Yes, yes.
That was the last one.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
7.
Okay.
So we have 4 yeses and 2 maybes.
Oh, so we got to stop live stream?
Oh, yeah, stop live streaming. Good call.
Let us know when we're clear.